Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. This is my live reaction to the Minnesota Twins winning the AL Central title for the first time in 10 years. The Minnesota Twins won tonight. The magic number is 1, so that means if the Twins win again or the White Sox beat the Indians here, it is over, and the White Sox are winning 8-3 with 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning. Let's go, Column A and the White Sox, 1 out away from a freaking AL Central title. Oh my goodness, come on, please get him right here. The pitch. Oh my gosh, Lindor won't go away. The bases are loaded right now. It's 1-2. I am so excited though. The Minnesota Twins, the first time in 10 years since Target Field opened. That is how long it's been. We've gone through ups and downs. Oh my goodness. But we are 1 out away, 1 strike away from the title. Let's go. Come on, please, please, please. He got him! He got him! It's over. The Minnesota Twins win. Oh, man, the Twins win. They are AL Central champions for the first time since 2010. It's over. Fireworks are going off in Chicago, but that is because the Indians season is over. Holy cow. A long, long season. It's not over yet, but wow. It is over in the sense that there is no way the Indians can come back and take the Central from us. They have to even worry about making the playoffs, but the Twins are in. Let's unpack this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go through this season right now because this is incredible. I mean, most of you guys are a little older, and you probably remember the last time that the Twins won the AL Central title back in 2010. That is 9-10 years ago, I guess, when the stadium first opened, okay? There are some people, maybe you're watching this video, who were not even born yet or didn't know what baseball was at that point. We have been through failure after failure after failure, injury, injury, injury. We're still injured, but guess what? We found a way to get the job done, right? That is what matters. We got the job done. Let's go all the way back to March, I think it was 28th, 27th, opening day. All right, who remembers that? Barrios, 7 1/3 innings. 8 strikeouts or 10 strikeouts? I can't even remember at this point. I think it was 10. My goodness, that was over the Indians. We won. We were up in the division, and yes, we did go through just a rough patch for a while, but from, you know, the beginning of May on, we really just took off. I mean, May, we went 21-8 in that month. Of course, June, July, even a little bit of August, that was more of a struggle, but we found a way to battle through it. I mean, you guys know this as well as I do. I covered every single game that the Twins have played this year. The Twins were up 11.5 games going into, I think it was the middle of June, and all of a sudden here come the Indians. Game after game, they just went on a tear, and all of a sudden we had to face them for the lead in the AL Central. Remember this? This was like a month ago. And all of a sudden, all of the first 110, 120 games came to life in that series. We lost that series. We were down a half game. Now, that doesn't seem like a lot, of course, especially with what we've done these last couple of weeks, but we were down half a game after that series. Cleveland was winning the AL Central at that point. They've won it the last 4 years, I believe, going back to 2015. I think they even won it that year, right when the Royals were the wild card and they made it all the way to the series. Is that correct, or was that 2014? Regardless of the point, you know what I'm saying, is this is the Indians division, and it has been for a while. But we know how tough they are. I mean, they, I think, beat us in the season series as well. What, 10-9 or something like that? But guess what? Again, like I kept saying, we found a way to win. We have had, you can go count them, I think it is 11 rookies. It's not even counting September call-ups. I mean, maybe you want to count September call-ups, but we have had Dobnik, Poppin, Smeltzer, Thorpe, Cole Stewart, Wade, Miller, Lamar, name them, player after player, step up, not necessarily rookies, but first year, maybe just got a glimpse of it last year, maybe still considered rookies, or players that we went out and found, right? Lamar, traded, he's done work for us here in this last month, he's won us games. Every single player that you would have thought wouldn't have stepped up, they did, right? I mean, how many times have we seen Dobnik go out there and throw a gem like he did tonight? Or any of the rookies, in fact. Smeltzer in his debut, or Thorpe, he goes 4 innings half the time and gets out of jams for us when our starters can't go much. And then you've got, you know, Cole Stewart, who goes head-to-head with Verlander and keeps up with him. And you know, all of these guys, Stashek and Poppin, who have done well. Every single person stepped up at a certain time. I mean, you can go back and watch the videos, all right? Go back. Every single player has 1 or 2 shining moments this season. And then we can go talk about the players who we picked up. Nelson Cruz, Jonathan Schoop, CJ Cron, Martin Perez, right? These guys, they have helped us win. Yes, they've been inconsistent at times. Yes, they have lost us games. But they have done well to get us to the point where we are now, right? Martin Perez has won at least 10 games this year. He has developed more of a winning season in Minnesota than he ever had in Texas. That is a win. Then you look at CJ Cron and Jonathan Schoop. They still have hit 20 home runs this year for us. Schoop's got great defense. Cron has incredible power. He's just been dealing with an injury. And then we get to Nelson Cruz, the MVP, no doubt in my mind, of this season. Nelson Cruz comes in, steps up, wins us games. That is why we're here right now. Then, that's looking at those players. What about our starting pitchers? Barrios, all of them have won 10 games. Just remember that. And then we've battled with Barrios being inconsistent, Odorizzi being inconsistent, Gibson falling off the planet. But each of them have developed a skill, right? Barrios, he has developed his curveball a lot better than it has been in the last couple of years. He's gotten that fastball more of a location instead of just trying to blow it by people. Odorizzi, high fastball, knock him out every time. Gibson has worked on his velocity. He's worked on that sinker. He's worked on the slider. Those are great adjustments. You look at the bullpen. Who would have thought Littell, May, and Duffy would have been some of our best pitchers this season, right? Duffy is on a scoreless streak of almost 24 innings. May has hardly given up any runs. Littell comes in and shuts the door. All of these guys, no names at the beginning of the year. Players who you never would have thought would have stepped up, and they did. And the last thing, what about the injuries? Buxton goes down. Kepler's been down for a couple of weeks now. Cron's battling the injury. Cruz was out for a month. Just remember that. 3 weeks at the beginning of the year, 2 weeks in the middle of the season. He was out for a month at some point. Rosario battled an injury for a while. I mean, name a player who hasn't been injured on this team. I mean, we lost Buxton for the year. We lost Pineda to PEDs. We've gone through battle after battle with these players. And yet, where are we? The top of the AL Central for the first time in 10 years. I mean, by no means are we the best team in the MLB. I don't think so. I think we can agree on that. But we are a team that doesn't quit, and we are a team that sticks around with the best, right? And that's what we need to do, is compete with the great teams and blow out the teams when we have a chance to, right? That's what we're going to do in the playoffs against bad pitching. That's what we're going to do against good pitching, is stay with them and compete, right? That's what we need to do, because this team is special, right? I think we can all agree this might be the best team the Twins have had in a long time. They're at 98 wins, ladies and gentlemen. There's still 4 games left to play. This is incredible. Minnesota Twins are your 2019 AL Central Division champions. How good does that feel? That is awesome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, the reaction, the emotion through this. I want to know what you guys are feeling, what you guys are thinking right now down in the comments. That is absolutely incredible. I hope to see you guys back tomorrow. We'll see you then.